Hey everybody, this is going to be a tutorial on how to make a paper hat. So the first step is you want to draw three shapes that look like this. Now the first shape you draw is going to have a curve right there. And then the second one is going to be a little bit less curved, but a slant going up there, but a small slant. And then the third is going to be the smallest piece and the less curved on the edge. Once you have those drawn out, what you're going to do is you're going to cut each one out. After you cut them out, you're going to have three of these, and you're going to take one of them, put them on a white piece of paper, and trace around. Because what you're doing is you're making two of each shape, and so you're making sure that each one is the same size as the one before. Because if it's not, the hat's not going to fit together correctly. And once you have all those traced, what you're going to do is take some scissors and you're going to cut each one out. This is the time to color them in if you want to. Once you have them all cut out, what you're going to do is you're going to take one of them and you're going to draw lines like this around the edge. These represent the seams of the hat. And if you want to, you can also do a dotted line for these instead, but you can do it however you want. And you're going to do that for every single one. Make sure that for these pieces, the two largest ones, the slant is going down on that side and going up on that one. It's almost like a mirror image. Once you have them all drawn on, what you're going to do is you're going to take these two, make sure it's those two, take a piece of tape, tape on the back, and then you're going to put together. You are now starting to put the hat together. Take another piece of tape and put it on the back and put them together. You're going to be doing this for each one. Just make sure that you don't tape too close to the top, because when you're done, sometimes it doesn't fit together quite right. So you want to make sure you have enough room if you need to adjust. Now the next two pieces is you want to put one of the smallest ones on one side and the other smallest piece on the other side. Each side has to be symmetrical, because if you don't put them together in the right order, the hat's not going to come out right. So you have to make sure you're doing it in this order. And then take that other small piece and attach it to the other side, like that. Now for the two largest pieces, which are the two last, you have to be careful about this. Make sure that the slants on this are going kind of in the mirror image again, going opposite. But then after that you just do what you've been doing the whole time, taping on the back and then putting together like this. Just like that. Just make sure that the slants are going the opposite direction. These two last pieces are usually the most difficult to put together because everything is a little bit crowded because it's making the circular shape. So it may be a little bit difficult. In the video you can tell that I'm going to have a little bit of trouble with it, but it's pretty easy to work around. But just keep taping to the back and then putting together like that. And if you have a gap at the top, that's completely fine. Or if you have a little bit of tape left over there, don't worry about it. And if you do have any extra tape up there, what you can do is just take some scissors and cut off the extra tape. And don't worry about that gap at the top, because that's going to be covered up later. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take some cardboard. Make sure it's thin cardboard. You can use anything you want. As you can see here, I used some Ritz cardboard, so you can do anything you really want. Make about 6 tabs like that. You actually really only need 4, but I'm just doing that in case I mess up. So then take some tape. You can bend it too, it might make it easier, and then put it in like that, and just keep taping around the entire hat. This is to make the hat more sturdy, and it also gives the hat the round shape so that if you wear it, it won't crumble or anything when you put it on. And so just keep taping around the top and bottom. make sure they're on there correctly, make sure they won't fall off. And you may notice you can see through the white hat to the cardboard, but that's fine. If you have your hat actually colored in right now, you probably can't even see it, so it's fine. Now what you're going to do is you're going to make the brim for the hat. So put the hat down like that, and you're going to make kind of a half circle like this, yeah, and kind of draw it in lightly in case you mess up, so you can erase it and there won't be any leftover marks. And once you have it right, or how you like it, just go around and darken it back in like that. And then put the hat back on, and you're just going to make a half circle around the edges like this. And by now it should look like a half moon. And then just darken it in. And then once you have it all darkened in, you're going to cut it out with some scissors. And this is when you can color the brim in if you want to. Now what we're going to do is you're going to take some pencil, and you're going to draw some lines like this. These represent the seams of the brim. So just draw it around like that. You can also do these dotted lines here instead if you want, but you can do it anyway. And just keep doing that. But before you get to the very end, about this point, stop and just leave that area blank in there. Now you're going to take some cardboard and you're going to trace around the paper. It's okay if the cardboard's a little bit too small. As you can see here, I am used a little bit too small a piece, but it's fine. Just make sure it's not too small. And then you're going to cut it out because this is going to make the brim more stiff. And then you're going to take some glue the cardboard, and then you're just going to put the brim, the paper brim, onto the cardboard. Once you're done with that, you can flip it over, and if you have any writing like here, writing like that, what you do is you trace around, and then you cut that out, and then you're just going to put it over the words or whatever there is there so you don't see it, and then put it down like that. And if you can still see through, you just do it again, and then you won't be able to see it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that shape is the same shape you see on the hat. It has to be that shape because that's the front. Tape the brim, put a few pieces on, and tape it to the bottom of the hat. Make sure it's on straight. Now you're going to fill that gap in. So take some paper, cut out a square rectangular shape, and you're going to glue the inside of the hat like this, and then pat that down inside, and then you can't see through anymore. Like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to make the air holes for the hat. So take some paper and draw 6 circles and put dark dots in the middle of each one. And then cut them out. Once you have them all cut out, take some glue the bottom of them, and paste them on in these areas on the hat. Now we're going to make the very top of the hat. So take some paper, cut out a strip about this big. I actually think I made it a little bit too long. Take some glue the end, and make a circle shape about this size and glue both ends together. Once you have that done, take a piece of paper, cut out a circle about this big, take the other piece, glue the bottom, put that on top, and then once you get that on, glue the other side. You might want to use a little bit more glue than I did here, and then put that on the top right there. Now this is the point when you can put logos on here, here, here. I use DC in a bunch of them, but you can do anything you want. And also you can go online, print this sticker off, glue the back, and put it on the brim to give it a more realistic look. And there you go. There's your hat. If you have any questions, you can message me and I'll answer anything. If you want, you can also put your video of your hat as a video response to this. I'd love to see it. Good luck.